Hi guys and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of friendship in Bleach. Humans cannot be alone. We always need someone to be with. We need someone to rely on, someone to talk to, someone to share our feeling with. We need to express ourselves to someone. It's a mere human need. We are social animals. We cannot exist alone. Loneliness would kill us. A friend is the hand that is given to us when we cannot stand alone. It's the support that keeps us alive and makes us go in the right direction when we feel lost. A friend is a person who tells us off when we don't do wise decisions. What would we do without our friends? In Bleach, friendship is a constant theme since the beginning of the anime. Everything rounds around friendship and what the characters would do for their friends. Let's start with Ichigo and Rukia. Although during Soul Society Arcade I thought Ichigo may have felt something more than just friendship for Rukia, thinking about her as a potential lover, during the course of the anime I understood that Ichigo would have done the same thing for any of his friends. Ichigo would have died for Rukia, as well as he would have died for Orihime or for Sado. Saving his friend from a certain death was the only thing he could think about. He would have been successful no matter what, even if he should have fought all the 13 captains of the squads. Although Rukia warned him to not go to Soul Society to rescue her, saying that she wouldn't forgive him if he had done so, Ichigo still went to Soul Society, risking his life for her. Rukia just tried to protect him, knowing that he wouldn't have the chance to save her and would have gone through a certain death, killed by some captains of Soul Society. Well, she wasn't wrong though, Ichigo was going to die many times. Her desire to protect him was not respected and Ichigo went against her will. No matter what she would thought, the most important thing was save her life. Sometimes we still do things against our friend's will, for our friend's sake, because it's the right thing to do. Rukia didn't want Ichigo to go to save her, but at the end, in her heart, she wanted him to do it, she wanted to leave. Because they couldn't let go Ichigo alone in such important task, also Ishida, Sado and Orihime followed Ichigo in this task just for friendship, to be there in case he could have failed, to be there to support him and to stand up for him. They were there with him in this important mission of his life. They wanted to save Rukia because Ichigo wanted to save her. They were his support stick and he could rely on them. Ichigo was risking his life for Rukia's sake. Ichigo's friends were risking their life for Ichigo. That's a friendship circle, isn't it? That's true friendship. Another strong friendship relationship that I love is the one between Ichigo and Sado. Ichigo used to get into fights due to the unusual color of his hair. During one of these fights, he received help from Sado. Shortly after, Ichigo returned the favor when he rescued Sado from two gang members that were almost going to kill him. When the thugs later abducted Sado, Ichigo found them and knocked down their leader, Yokuchini. Using Yokuchini's phone to ring for an ambulance for each of the 5 thugs, he beat up all of them. After Sado was freed, they made a pact to protect and fight for each other. Every time Ichigo needed help, Sado was there to have his back, and the other way around. When they go to Soul Society, Ichigo clearly says that he sees Sado as someone who cannot be defeated, someone on whom he can rely on and think about as his equal, his supporting arm. But at the end of the Soul Society arc, Ichigo has become way more powerful than Sado, turning the side of their balanced friendship. Sado is seen by Ichigo as someone who needs to be protected, not someone who can help him fight. Sado doesn't want to be a burden, neither someone who needs to be protected, and before going to Hueco Mundo, he wants to be trained by Urahara, to be stronger and catch up with Ichigo, to fight alongside him as he used to do. He wants to resume the balance that was lost and return having always his back, as he promised would have done. Another great friendship that blew my mind in Bleach is the deep and at the same time sad friendship between Komamura and Tousen. Unfortunately, friendship can be ruined by treason, and that's the case that happened to Komamura. When Aizen's plans were revealed and Tousen went on his side, Komamura was shocked. Looking forward to the final battle with Aizen, Komamura still was thinking to take Tousen back to Soul Society, with willing to make Tousen think about his actions and make him change his mind, also determined to make him going back to the right path. I sympathized with Komamura, and at the same time I thought his heart was too pure and also naive at the point that he couldn't accept the reality that his friend betrayed him. Those are the thoughts that a betrayed person does. Forgive someone who hurt us sometimes less painful than let that person go and accept the reality, because reality would hurt more. Komamura had always thought Tousen to be a good person with a good heart, someone who would die for the people he cares, not someone who would have betrayed him. When years before Komamura asked Tousen why he decided to become a Soul Reaper, Tousen's answer was, for a friend. From that answer we could understand the depth of Tousen. If you love someone to the point you would change your life for its cause, you couldn't be a bad person. Tousen for friendship wanted to realize his beloved friend's dream, who wanted to become a Shinigami and use her powers to maintain a peaceful world, but was scared by her husband. Tousen sought an audience with the Central 46 to ask why the man was not punished for his crime, but was denied and carried away by guards. From that moment on, Tousen vowed that he would fight for justice without unnecessary bloodshed from then on, and that's why he decided to become a Shinigami. He wanted to carry on his friend's dream to fight for justice, and he did not wish to allow that justice for which she fought to go unrealized. He swore to devote his whole life to carrying on her wish. She had a strong will in order to fight for peace and justice, but it has not been enough to make her dream become true. I don't really get why, but in this case, Tousen wanted to get strength to create peace. That's what maybe his friend was missing. And if believing in justice was not enough, then he would have become justice himself. The key to understand Tousen's feelings is that for him wouldn't have made sense just killing his friend's husband. The organization that should have made justice for his friend was the Soul Society, but it didn't. His revenge was against the Soul Society that failed to make justice. In order to make justice, he needed strength that Aizen gave him, and together they would have wiped out Soul Society. Komamura and Tousen could understand each other only after crossing blades. Komamura went beyond his beliefs and finally got what moved Tousen's treason. Therefore, Komamura figures this must be destiny after gaining understanding from within the heart. Tousen seemed surprised that Komamura came to this conclusion, and Komamura continues to explain that he does not expect Tousen to stop being angry, nor will he tell him to stop hating. Komamura asks Tousen to not focus on revenge until he loses himself, like when he lost his friend. Komamura states that if he were to lose him, he would lose his heart as well. That made Tousen cry. This was the most touching part. I was going to cry as well. Komamura had already forgiven Tousen before that, but these touching words were just straight to Tousen's heart, making him so sensitive and vulnerable to make him cry to the point that he understood what he did and nevertheless was forgiven from the depth of Komamura's heart. Unfortunately, Komamura's wish to not lose Tousen again, just when they deeply came to understand each other, was destroyed by Aizen, who killed Tousen right after Tousen cried. It's like when you are going to finally get something you fought for with all your efforts and someone takes it away from you and all your efforts and hard work are lost. I literally felt the same despair as Komamura did. I personally believe this is one of the most touching and deep moments of Bleach. I wonder what would have happened if Aizen wouldn't have killed Tousen. Komamura wanted Tousen to go back to Source Society, be back on the right path. But that's in words. What about the facts? Would Source Society accepted Tousen's regret and apologies? Do you think Source Society would have given Tousen a second chance to atone for his sins, or would have sentenced him to death for treason? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Well guys, that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next video.